I've read. Was it a piece that you co-wrote in the New York Post? I think I saw that, or that you'd commented on about America's living standards, and like how inequality has been reduced by making everyone poorer. I just wondered.
Well, that's the way. Yeah.
Go on.
All these people, all these. Yeah. Well, let me just say that all these people talk about income inequality. That's a silly concept, because income inequality can be achieved by everyone getting poorer, only the rich getting poorer faster than the poor getting poorer. Income inequality can be reduced dramatically by the poor and the rich getting rich faster, with the poor getting rich faster than the rich are getting rich. What you need to do is realize what happens with data. Now, in my book, Taxes Have Consequences, along with Brian Dimitrovic and Gene Sinkfield, but in that book, we look at the whole history of the U.S. income tax. It's no different than your income tax, by the way. And what you find is every time you've raised the highest marginal income tax rate in the U.S., all right, the economy is underperformed, just like it does in Britain. Not only is the economy underperformed, but the poor have gotten a lot poorer. And also the tax revenues from the rich have gone down, not up. That's the way it happens. Every time you've lowered tax rates on the rich, the economy has outperformed. The poor have done much better, and tax revenues from the rich have come up, not down. As Larry Gatlin here in Nashville says, it ain't rocket surgery. It's even straightforward, simple people can understand this. Sometimes it takes a PhD in economics not to be able to understand the obvious. And the obvious thing is very simply, rich people employ other people. Rich people can hire more lawyers, more accountants, more deferred income specialists, more favor grabbers, more lobbyists. They can do all of these things with their wealth that poor people cannot do. And so when you try to tax the rich people, all they do is try to figure out ways of getting around it. They move to the continent, or they move to Bermuda, or they move to the US, or what do? They do all the things they can instead of doing what they do well, which is earn income and create jobs. Why not let these people concentrate on what they do the best, which is creating jobs and creating output and creating employment, instead of fussing with all this tax stuff and leaving there and doing all these lawyers and all that stuff, which you then try to stop them from doing this and stop them from doing that. And it becomes this horrible game of cat and mouse, with the government trying to catch them and these people trying to escape. And they do ultimately escape. But the one thing that happens is they don't do business correctly anymore. And that's the problem we had with Biden. That's the problem we had with Obama and with Bush. We had a good time there with Trump. The tax bills worked beautifully. And with my favorite, with Ronald Reagan, I worked with him, as you know, very closely, and with Lady Thatcher. We reduced that highest tax rate in Britain from 98 to 40p. That's not too bad, was it? Did you have a horrible time in there?
I don't think my parents did.
She was just spectacular. And what a wonderful, wonderful person besides. And you were really doing well. People deserve the governments they get. And just when you talk to labor people, just remember, the earth they are scorching is their earth too. And they're just killing themselves. So if you want to go ahead and do it, God bless you. But if you want to learn from history, you want to learn from data, I don't think anyone should have an opinion on this subject. It's not about opinions. It's about facts. It's not how you feel and what's the right thing to do. And I've just told you what to do.